There comes a moment when your silent endurance turns into undeniable elevation. All the laughter, all the mockery, all the criticism, they'll echo back into the ears of those who never believed in you. Your victory is about to humble everyone who ever spoke against your purpose. They treated you like an afterthought, as if your light didn't matter, as if your passion didn't carry weight. But here you are, still standing, still focused, still moving with vision in your eyes and purpose in your bones. They hoped you'd quit. They sent out their silent curses, their side comments, their masked doubts, believing that their words could drain your willpower. But what they didn't know was that your resilience was never up for negotiation. They labeled you as weak, not realizing you were simply conserving your strength for the right time. They wanted to see you break, but instead, they'll witness you build, higher, stronger, and wiser than before. When people see potential in you that intimidates their insecurities, their defense mechanism is often mockery. They laughed because deep down they feared your rise. They feared that one day you'd no longer be beneath them. Let this be known. Their words had the power to hurt, but not the power to halt. You turned every insult into fuel. Every doubt became a stepping stone. And now, you're ascending with unshakable power. You were never the problem. Their envy was. Your confidence intimidated their complacency. Your forward motion disturbed their stagnancy. You outgrew the cage they wanted to keep you in. They were loud when things weren't working for you, but now that you're winning, they fall silent. Their silence is not peace, it's shame. It's the realization that they were wrong all along. The same people who whispered behind your back are watching now with regret. They misjudged you. They underestimated the seed of greatness buried within you. And now they must witness your growth. Your victory isn't loud, it's radiant. It doesn't need a microphone, it speaks through results. Through the lives you touch, through the energy you carry. Through the joy they can no longer steal from you. Those who tried to block your path didn't realize you carry a machete spirit, cutting through limitation, forging new ways where there were none. You were never here to follow. You were made to lead. They tried to confuse you, distract you, destroy your self-belief. But you decoded their tactics. You detached from their opinions, and now you're guided by your own inner compass, unstoppable. Every negative word they cast was an echo of their own insecurity. Every attack on you was a confession of how powerful they see you as. They couldn't dim your light, so they tried to convince you it didn't shine. But here's the truth. Your essence cannot be canceled. Your calling cannot be voted out. You were born to impact, and that's exactly what you're doing, even when they don't want to admit it. You are walking proof that pain has purpose, that adversity builds champions. That delay is not denial, it's divine timing. What they thought was your ending was actually your evolution. Let them laugh. Let them scoff. Because they have no clue what's coming. What's coming is the kind of victory that requires no introduction. Only silence from your critics and applause from the universe. The ones who mocked you will now have to respect your name. Not because you demanded it, but because you've become it. You've grown into a force so undeniable that even your enemies must acknowledge it. Let the world know your success is not an accident. It's an echo of your persistence. It's a reward for refusing to surrender to bitterness or defeat. You stayed focused, and now the fruits are undeniable. Let them be embarrassed. Let them carry the weight of their misjudgment. Because the very soil they tried to bury you in became the environment for your rise. You are proof that no outside voice gets to decide your outcome. That no hatred has the final word. You are advancing, you are ascending. And your victory is the final word. And now repeat this prayer with me. Dear God, I come before you with reverence, acknowledging the quiet ways you have built me. While the world was noisy, full of opinions, accusations, and distractions, you were forming me in stillness. Thank you for using silence as a sanctuary and pressure as a purifier. In the shadows, you carved out my strength. In the silence, you birthed my resilience. I thank you for every time I was underestimated, overlooked, or cast aside. Each dismissal became fuel for discovery. Each wound forced me inward, where I found wells of power I didn't know existed. What they tried to break only taught me how unbreakable I truly am. I rise now, not in spite of the pain, but because of what it awakened. Lord, I release the residue of every attack, every insult, and every betrayal that tried to anchor itself to my soul. I no longer carry what was never mine to begin with. Their projections are not my identity. I shed the labels, the lies, the limitations. I stand as light, pure, untouchable, and rising. I am the truth they tried to bury but couldn't keep down. I affirm with boldness that my energy is protected. No weapon formed in secrecy or envy can penetrate the divine shield surrounding me. Every word meant to curse me dissolves into nothing or returns to its origin. And every blessing that carries my name, no matter how delayed, is finding its way to me now, faster, fuller, and undeniable. Thank you for the gift of resilience, unyielding and deep. When I stumbled, I didn't crumble. When I broke, I rebuilt stronger. You taught me how to rise without rage, how to stand without proving. And you gave me a vision that needs no applause to validate its worth. I walk not for recognition, but for alignment with my truth. I declare today that my journey is not just protected, it is blessed. Every detour was a redirection. Every delay was preparation. Every confusing chapter was a coded message leading me closer to purpose. Nothing I've been through is wasted. Every piece fits, every fall taught me to fly. My life is unfolding as it should. I bless those who tried to destroy me, not out of obligation, but out of liberation. I will not carry bitterness that was born in their confusion. I release them into light. I reclaim my peace. I choose healing over hatred, growth over grudges, freedom over the burden of revenge. And in that choice, I rise even higher. I speak with assurance that my future is secured, and my victories are already etched into time. No amount of sabotage, jealousy, or misdirection can block what was always mine. My blessings are encoded into my destiny. What is aligned with me will find me. What is mine will not miss me. I ask now for clarity at every crossroad, discernment with every opportunity, and courage to keep walking when the path grows thin. Even when I can't see the full picture, I trust the support moving on my behalf. The unseen forces, the divine timing, the invisible affirmations, I feel them all around me. I am not alone. I release the exhausting need to prove myself. Let my presence speak. Let my work echo. Let my truth resonate without effort. I don't chase applause or force belonging. I attract alignment. I magnetize what matches my vibration. And in all things, I thank you for making me unstoppable. I claim peace, I walk in progress, and I radiate power. So it is. Amen.